I'm glad you're on time, because we are not on time. And James's volume's on. Oh my god. Why are you such a pill? I am going to end you. Stop. What the fuck, bro? Karma! We just watched a whole fucking movie about it. It came for your ass. We are a day late, but that's because my friend's birthday was yesterday. And I got drunk, so. Me and I didn't get drunk. We had a nice time. We went out drinking. I was not heavily intoxicated. Are you good, bro? Are you good? You ready to actually do this now? You gonna say any words tonight? It's gonna make the podcast difficult if you're not talking. Okay. Well. Are you ready? Are you gonna talk? Are you not gonna talk till I start the podcast? Are your notes up? Are you ready? Are you prepared? Because it doesn't look like it. Alrighty. Fuck me. What a day. It's such a strange day. I need to compose myself so I can hit record. Why? Why, James? Why? Fuck me. That's James. I'm America.
Oh,
and
boy.
This is CityWavesCinema, and we are a fucking shit show tonight. Oh my god. Can you, like, get yourself together, like, in the slightest right now?
I just want to fuck with you so bad.
Why?
I don't know.
What did I do?
It's an undeniable urge to just, like, be a cat in your life right now. Just knock your shit over and just, like, mildly annoy you. I want to knock your water bottle over so bad right now.
What happened when I was in the bathroom?
Nothing. I just want to do it.
Alrighty.
I just want to do it.
Well, we watched a movie. What the fuck, James? I am trying to be a professional here.
Your notes are still spinning in circles.
Alrighty. So
fuck me. Alright.
We watched a movie. There's still a strike going on, so we won't talk too much.
Fuck the guys who made this movie, except the actors. They should get paid more.
Well, not all the people who made it, but the people who
paid for it to get made.
Yeah, those fuckers should really pay some people better.
True.
That's all I gotta say about that. We talked about it in the last one. We don't need to dive into it this time. But we did watch Bullet Train.
Hell yeah.
And it was actually good. I did not want to watch this movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed it a lot.
It was really good.
It was
a good movie.
And it's very reminiscent of a lot of things I like Knives Out, Umbrella Academy, and Deadpool, because it was made, but it was the director was Deadpool, right? You said that?
The director of Deadpool 2.
Yeah, the director of Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2?
Deadpool 2. Fuck me, God. Okay, we're really punchy today.
Slap happening.
Slap happening? Oh my god. And there was one other thing I said. It was like, Kingsman. Very Kingsman-y.
He also did Atomic Blonde and John Wick.
Sweet.
Did he really direct John Wick?
That's the one with the dead puppy, right?
Yeah.
I don't like
He
that.
was one of the directors for John Wick.
I don't like that movie.
Hmm.
So we start off the movie in a hospital, and immediate panic for me. Like, immediate panic.
Why?
Cause I thought that I got tricked into a reading movie.
Oh, because it was in Japanese.
Cause the first, like, 5 minutes are in Japanese, and I got real scared.
America has trouble reading subtitles.
I don't have trouble reading subtitles. I can read the subtitles. But I cannot read the subtitles and watch what's happening on screen at the same time because my eyes can only be in one place. And you can't sit there and read the subtitles and pay attention to what's happening. You just can't.
You can, though. You just have to be good at processing things quickly. And you, for all of the really, really smart individual that you are, the very talented person that you are, you're running like one RAM. You can't process shit. It might be your only mental flaw is that you cannot process multiple things at the same time in any capacity at all. Like, it's just, if something's happening, that needs to stop for another thing to happen.
Mm-hmm.
At all times.
I do the same thing, like, if there's talking, like, I can't listen to podcasts and type. And I can't listen to talking and type. Like, and it might just be a words thing, because I don't think I have this issues with other types of things, but, like, specifically with processing words, whether that be by text or speech or anything, I can only do one word. Like, only one form of the words at a time.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much just your whole life. So subtitles are hard.
Subtitles are hard. So I did panic immediately upon starting this movie. And then not only on top of that, but, like, because we take notes while we watch movies.
We pause it sometimes to be able to get the thought all the way onto the phone before.
I cannot imagine trying to read subtitles, watch movie, and take notes. Like, that's the...
You mean how I do every single podcast?
Yeah, because you're a psychopath who needs subtitles to hear movies.
That's not true. I just like being able to see what they said in case I misheard something. The only reason we ever keep the subtitles on is so that I make sure I don't fuck up dialogue. Because I mishear stuff sometimes.
Anyways, it was.
Did you not know that?
Well, no, because I know that other people, like, have to have the subtitles on to, like, actually your sister's one of them.
Oh.
She needs the subtitles on to, like, actually understand the whole, like, dialogue at period.
Oh, I don't have that problem.
Alrighty. All this to be said.
Hospital.
Which is the brightest fucking hospital not lit by fluorescence.
It's orange as shit, baby. Orange as shit.
Ever seen. There's gonna be a lot of notes that I'm probably just gonna have to skip over because a lot of them say, what the fuck is this, what the fuck is that, what the fuck is happening.
You are one of those people who needs answers to everything as soon as it comes up. I mean, you looked at me and you asked, what is that? Like, 4 minutes into the movie. Or what is happening? Or what is this guy doing? All the time. And you just have to watch the fucking movie.
You do it too. Do not act like you are innocent in this at all. We'll watch a movie that I've seen and you'll be like, what's going on? What's it? Is that him? Is that what's that? What's happening?
I don't do that.
Fucking bullshit, bro.
I don't do that.
Fucking bullshit.
I don't believe you.
We watched Gossip Girl together briefly for a brief stint of time.
Oh, we did watch 2 seasons of Gossip Girl.
And the first episode.
Is true. The whole show, I was just like, what the hell is happening? What is going on here?
Or, is that Gossip Girl? Is that Gossip Girl? Who's Gossip Girl? Is that Gossip Girl?
Yeah, but we know that's a question that you're not going to answer, so it's funny when I ask it.
I'm going to lose my mind tonight.
It's already gone.
Anyways.
Tangerines, baby.
Oh my god. I do need a synopsis because so we're in the hospital and the child is hurt.
Kid got pushed off a roof.
Yeah, and the grandfather's mad at the dad for not being a better dad.
Yup. Good job.
And then we go to Ladybug?
Pretty much.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm like keeping
Listen,
the story.
there's about 1,000 time skips in this movie.
And there's lots of things that are happening simultaneously.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of shit going on at the same time. And some characters tell stories that we then revisit later in flashbacks. And so if you watch it, it's very fluid. It's very good. It's very easy to comprehend. However,
this might be the most
this is gonna be one of the most convoluted podcasts we've ever done
because it's just it's so fast and it jumps and it's just
a lot all at once.
It'd be like if we tried to talk about Knives Out on here, which that's one that we've never put on the vote because we know we're gonna want to watch it the whole fucking time.
Yep. So this God damn. This synopsis is not a play-by-play of the movie.
Oh shit.
So
that's not very helpful.
Like that whole opening sequence, you just missed it. So father wants to get revenge for his kid getting pushed off a building, right?
Yeah, and then we jump to this
and we go to Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Ladybug.
Who is a newly positive former assassin.
I don't think he's positive at all. He just keeps saying how he has awful luck.
Yeah, but he's got a positive mindset now. Because he's been talking to his therapist, Barry. It's why he left the gun in the locker. It's because he's got a positive mindset. He doesn't need the gun. He can be resourceful. He's out here just trying to be a happy man. Do a snatch and grab job. Make a little cash, you know? That is not what goes on.
No.
So, Brad Pitt is
and he's also only doing it because he's filling in for...
Yeah, he's filling in for Carver.
He's filling in for another person who called out sick for the day.
Yeah, so he's filling in on this job, and the job is get on the train, find a briefcase with a train sticker
on the handle,
get off the train.
That's all you gotta do.
That's it. That's his job. Now, would it actually be better if we broke down every group and their jobs?
No, because that's gonna...
Does it?
It's just gonna hurt me.
All right.
We just gotta work through this piece by piece.
Okay.
So he gets on the train. Also on the train are two British gentlemen.
Lemon and Tangerine.
Lemon and Tangerine.
Hitmen.
Very, very good hitmen.
Possibly the best hitmen.
They've murdered a lot of people.
They kill a lot of people.
And they are there to deliver the son...
A different son. The son of a crime lord.
The son of a crime lord who was kidnapped and held for ransom. They are to deliver the son and the ransom money to the crime lord, the White Death.
Yes. They also tell the story of how the White Death came to power in the organization that he is in, and
which is just basically infiltrate and betrayal. Like, sum it up.
Get good, become great, betray your leader, become the leader. That's how it worked out.
You know, like every crime boss thing.
So it takes almost no time for Ladybug to find the briefcase. And the briefcase is the case with the ransom money that Lemon and Tangerine are talking about having stashed, which is a dumb idea that they stashed it.
But yeah, okay, if you ever have any amount of money on you, don't put that away from you. At all, period. Do you know how many things could have been avoided if someone just held on to that briefcase? Any of the people that were there for the briefcase, if they just, like, kept it on them? So many things could have been avoided. So many things.
So...
What were you going to say? Sorry.
I don't. Carry on.
The other, uh, so the guy whose son was pushed off the roof is also
Kimura is his name.
Yeah, is also on this train, and he is trying to hunt the person that pushed his son off the roof. And it takes no time of being on the train for him to find
the prince, which is just Joey King, dressed as Joey King.
Yes, and she's amazing. She did an excellent job.
Schoolgirl.
So he finds her immediately, but doesn't know that it's her.
No, he gets confused.
Yeah, he gets confused, and then she tases him in the neck, and he goes to sleep.
Yep.
And that's where that stays for a minute.
Yep. And then Ladybug gets the briefcase, goes to leave the train at the next stop, and at that stop is Bad Bunny at the door of the train.
I'm not reading any of my notes just because we're trying to talk through the frickin' plot. So I'm gonna speed through it a little bit. There was a point where they were playing Staying Alive.
In Japanese.
In Japanese, but they didn't translate all the words to Japanese, which I've never figured out. I know that's actually like a frequent thing that happens in Japanese songs where they're like,
the chorus is easy.
They'll translate most of the lyrics, but not all of them. So they didn't translate It's Okay, and they didn't translate Staying Alive. And I'm curious, why is that?
Maybe they don't have a phrase for It's Okay.
I don't think they do have a phrase for okay, because there's a lot of Japanese songs that just say okay. And then I do say that Ladybug gives me anxiety a lot. Like, Ladybug makes me anxious just because of the amount of truly bad luck that happens to him. Like, everything is anxious. He loses his key to get into the locker. He loses his ticket to get onto the train. And just like so much cataclysmic bad shit happens to him before he even gets on the train. And then he gets on the train and everything else happens. And it's just, he stresses me out. And I don't like it. That's all. I also think it's dumb. Why wouldn't you take the gun? Just as like a safety reassurance. And I know he's in this positive.
He doesn't want to kill nobody.
Resourceful. He ends up killing a lot of fucking people. He does kill a
lot of people, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be that guy.
Well, people just end up dead around him. He says that. He's like, people just die around me. I'm not even trying to die.
Times.
Like, I'm not even trying to kill them. They just end up dead.
He almost died like 9 times.
Brad Pitt is amazing in this movie.
Yeah, he's quite
so
good.
Funny. His delivery, everything is. I don't actually think I've ever enjoyed Brad Pitt in a movie until like right now.
Really?
I cannot think of a single one.
That's a shame. He's very good.
Yeah. I see why he's famous now. See why he's been so good for so long.
Oh my god, your preconceptions of actors is just so insane. Just like violently hating on McConaughey because his voice doesn't tickle your ears right. Violently hating on Brad Pitt because...
I don't hate Brad Pitt!
Why do you hate Brad Pitt?
I don't!
I bet you hate Matt Damon too.
If I could think of a single thing...
I bet you hate George Clooney too.
Oh, I don't get the fascination with George Clooney. I know a lot of people...
He's just a very handsome man.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And he also does some killer line delivery in the Ocean's movies.
I don't get it.
What fucking actors do you like?
That's a box for another time. I like Aiden Gallagher.
He's good.
I like the dude who plays Klaus, whose name I don't know.
Robert something. You like the actors from the Umbrella Academy, and that's it.
No, I like Daniel Radcliffe.
He's mediocre.
Hurtful.
Right.
I like.
Man, that gap of silence was lengthy. Let's get out of the box you said you didn't want to get into.
I was trying to think of literally any other actors.
Who does acting?
I was like people in movies, actors, TV shows, anyone. Oh, I like Leighton Meester. I like Ed Westwick. Ed
Westwick has one tone.
I like Blake Lively. I like yeah, we'll leave it there though. But I do like people. I do like actors.
You like 4 people.
Do you want me to keep going or do you want me to close the box? Because you really need to pick a fucking lane to be in.
I didn't want you to open the box. You said I'm not talking about it, and then you just talked about it anyway. Fucking move on.
You good? Oh, Jim Carrey. I like Jim Carrey. I like Robin Williams. Even R.I.P. Alan Rickman. 10 out of 10.
Alan Rickman also has one tone. So in Bullet Train,
I like Joey King.
You didn't even know it was Joey King.
Nope. I'm really not great with actors, guys.
All right, so Ladybug runs into the wolf.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I did say that we shouldn't judge a book, like, you shouldn't judge based on appearances, because if he had just shot her, this whole fucking thing would have been over too, because he rolls up on her and he does freeze for that moment, like, go, oh, I'm so sorry, and then he gets tased in the neck, so you should.
Yeah, if Kimura had just killed the prince, most of the movie would go off.
When Ladybug finds the case, he has this moment where he, like, leans back and, like, looks around to make sure no one's seeing him with the case, and for someone who's, like, does this for a living, not subtle. You should probably be better about that.
You steal briefcases for a living?
No, I'm saying he should be better at it.
Oh, well,
because
he doesn't do snatch and grab, he does murder.
My note is relevant right now because I just said this bitch. But so the other thing that's important that I wrote a note about is about so the next part is we get this whole conversation between Tangerine and Lemon, and the son who they rescued,
Logan Lerman.
And it's a very long conversation about metaphors for Thomas the Train.
Yes.
Which is an ongoing plot device.
This will bring itself back up many times.
Somehow about how Lemon is, like, fucking obsessed with Thomas the Train.
He really likes it.
And he carries stickers around, and he labels people based on which engines from Thomas the Train he thinks they represent. So there's, like, Gordon and Percy and Thomas and
Diesels. Yeah,
there's Diesels and other various trains from Thomas the Train that he references. And Diesels are the worst, which I haven't watched enough Thomas the Train to understand that, but sure, okay. Diesels suck, got it. And they do tell the story about how the White Death came to power, which was betrayal, and I really hate betraying assholes. Like, I'm a really loyal person, and I cannot stand people who, like, betray others. And also the Thomas the Tank Engine bit is really funny throughout the whole movie.
It comes up so much.
It comes up an excessive amount for something that I thought was just gonna be like a one-off little gag.
Throwaway for sure.
Yeah, like, I was just like, this is a bit. We're doing the bit. It's funny. This guy's weird about Thomas the Tank Engine. Like, okay. And then for it to be, like, a solid plot device the entire fucking rest of the movie, like, if you do not pay attention to that first conversation,
you get lost.
Yeah, it's not gonna make much sense. And then we meet the wolf, who is there to murder, also to murder more people. He wasn't expected, though, on the train, was he? The White Death didn't put him on the train.
Oh,
Yeah, the White Death listed all the people that he put on there. He didn't put.
no, he did. He did put the wolf on because he put the wolf on to get the hornet. That's who the wolf's target was.
Oh yeah, because he sent the letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
He sent the letter to the wolf.
Okay.
So the wolf is played by Bad Bunny, who is a very, very popular Mexican musician, Hispanic musician. I don't know if he's from Mexico. He's Hispanic.
Latin.
Latin. Really talented musician, by the way. Hugely popular. What he's not very good at is murdering. However,
actually, I think he's really good at murdering.
Ladybug is just very difficult to kill. So
Ladybug has the best and worst luck simultaneously of all time.
Yeah, it's both happening to him at the same time. He mistakes Ladybug for the Hornet.
No, he doesn't.
Does he recognizes Ladybug?
He recognizes Ladybug because he bumped into him at the wedding and spilled the wine on his clothes, and if he hadn't done that, then
he also would have died.
But he also, like, I think there's like a little bit of like, maybe if I had been there, I could have done something kind of thing.
I don't know. It's the only thing that I'm not totally locked on is why he just, because they say later his target was the Hornet,
and he has a picture,
and he has pictures of the Hornet, but he just recognizes this guy instead and starts fighting him for vengeance for his family, which might be the only actual plot hole.
Maybe he thought that he was involved somehow because he was there. I don't know, like anyone after that was at the wedding would be sus. But he also was the one handing out the tequila, right? Like he was, and that was cocktails. Yeah. Well, he was handing out the tequila was what had the poison in it. So, I mean, he was involved, definitely. But so the wolf howls whenever he murders, which is dumb. I'm just gonna say it. You don't need a bit to be a good assassin, and howling is it just doesn't look cool. Corona cashed in some money to put their beer in the movie, very prominently.
This is okay. We've uncovered one plot hole.
So it's like an actual plot hole.
It's an actual plot hole because even the wiki for the movie itself says that Wolf blames Ladybug for the poisoning of his family at the wedding. However, his target is the Hornet.
I'm telling you, I think it's because Ladybug was somewhat involved, and there's multiple pictures in that file.
So yeah, but they're both of Hornet.
We only saw one. I did not mean to make you angry. I did write what in the red wedding bullshit. Because everybody does die at that wedding. And for some reason, which we are determining, and maybe it's up for interpretation, Ladybug, the wolf tries to kill Ladybug, and Ladybug wins through like cataclysmic bullshit, basically. And he basically, Ladybug like props him up so he doesn't look suspicious to anyone coming through the train. And then Ladybug tries to get off the train because remember, his whole mission is to get the briefcase, get off the train. So he tries to do that, but Lemon has been instructed to, because by this point Lemon and Tangerine have noticed that the briefcase is missing. Sorry. So Tangerine decides to go, or tells Lemon to go make sure that nobody gets off the train with the briefcase, because they need to bring the briefcase and they need to bring the briefcase and the son to the White Death, or they're fucked, basically. And so Lemon is standing out there looking for someone getting off of the briefcase. So now Ladybug can't get off. And the windows to get off this train are the shortest windows ever. Like, you literally have a minute to get off and on this train. And
the only fucking nod to it not just being a fucking plot hole that the wolf attacks Ladybug is on Wikipedia. The plot there states that the wolf is believed to think he is one of the killers, ? It's not a stated fact. Basically, in terms of solid state facts, the wolf attacks Ladybug just outright for seemingly no reason. The implication is he recognizes Ladybug as being one of the people who was at the wedding where his whole family died, which is technically true.
And he knows how they died. So, I'm telling you, I think it's because he was holding.
Wait, what? What? Who knows how they died?
The wolf.
Right, he knows they were poisoned by the thing.
Mm-hmm. And that came in the tequila, which Ladybug was handing out.
It came in the cake.
I thought it came in the tequila.
No, the hornet did the cake. She put the poison in the cake, and because the wolf did a shot of tequila in that flashback. Everyone but him ate cake, so it was the cake, and that's confirmed when later in the movie Ladybug has a flashback to the wedding again and recognizes, well, this is while he's looking at those pictures of the hornet, he recognizes her face as having been the pastry chef at the wedding. And then it's a beautiful magical focus pull to go from the picture he's holding to seeing her in real life right there.
Yeah, that I saw.
That she was the pastry chef, the poison was in the cake, and that killed the whole thing. This is so fucking convoluted. Oh my god.
Anyways, Lemon is standing there, and Ladybug cannot get off. Lemon also has this line with this lady when he's getting off the train, where she's like, "Excuse me," and he says,
"You are fucking excused."
And it was just really, I wrote Lemon is funny.
He's a funny guy.
And then what happens next? We get back, everybody's back on the train because no one could get off the train. And something happens. I'm really trying to remember, because like James said, this is very convoluted.
Lemon and Ladybug sit down and negotiate. Ladybug wants to return the case in exchange for being allowed to get the fuck off the train and not deal with this bullshit anymore. Like, Ladybug has given up on the job immediately.
Is that okay? But does that happen before the snake?
Oh yeah, that's well before the snake.
Okay, so that's what happens next is Lemon and Ladybug.
Yeah, Lemon and Ladybug sit there and then they fight in the quiet car. And we cut back and forth between that fight to the prince and Yuichi rigging the gun and the briefcase with the bomb.
Okay, but he gets in a fight with the mascot first. Ladybug does, because he bumps.
You mean he punches the mascot one time and takes the briefcase?
Because the hornet's trying to get the briefcase, and the hornet.
Everyone's trying to get the briefcase.
Yeah.
It's only $10 million.
So he he traps someone. Does he trap Tangerine? He blocks somebody with the golf club.
Yeah, but that happens after he gets in the fight with Lemon.
Did I just not take any notes about that? Okay, so he gets in a fight with Lemon. There you go. They have this little weird back and forth on the quiet car.
Oh god, no, this plot's also
yeah, defective. I was like,
everything's defective.
I was like, that's not what happens, because he's in there with the bidet and the bathroom, and there's a whole thing. So basically, through some bad luck, or good luck, depending on how you view it. Ladybug releases the super poisonous snake that the Hornet uses to get her venom to kill people.
Right.
He releases the snake just loose on the train.
On accident.
On accident. And so now there's snakes on the train. I made another note that he is so unlucky that it gives me anxiety.
These plots that I'm reading online do not get into the minutia of the
I
movie.
do think that you're right, though, that the fight with Lemon and Ladybug did happen there, and that's maybe he was blocking Lemon from following him.
He did something to stop someone from following him.
But because I only know that it had to have happened here because I make a whole note about it later when Lemon and Tangerine split up to go find him, which happens right after this.
I mean, let me put this into your brain. The synopsis on IMDb, in the same paragraph about the movie, the brothers find that the White Death's son is dead, and also Ladybug kills the Hornet in the same paragraph. And there's like 45 minutes of movie in there.
Oh, also the son's dead now.
Fuck me.
I don't know if we...
yeah, the Hornet killed him, but we don't find out about that until the end of the movie.
Well, we don't find out the Hornet killed him, but we do know he's dead.
Yes.
So the whole Tangerine and Lemon are really trying to cover up the fact that the son is dead. They don't have the briefcase, and they have till the last
stop in Tokyo.
Kyoto.
Kyoto?
Yep, it's Kyoto. It's the last stop. To figure this, get the briefcase and figure this all out, and now they have to find someone to blame for the murder of the son. And they talk really loudly in the quiet car, which is the only reason I know that the fight happened before this note, because I said, what happened to this whole quiet car nonsense? Like, there's this whole bit
they're shouting.
There's this whole bit about, like, Lemon and Ladybug wrestling in the quiet car, and they have to be quiet. And then, like, 2 scenes later, Lemon and Tangerine are talking just loudly in the quiet car, where they've been the whole time. And so the quiet car rules are only temporary.
I'm just tempted to pull up the fucking movie and just scroll through it.
And then we go back to...
If I get lost again, I'm doing it.
Then we go back to the prince.
Is this when she arms the bomb?
Yes.
Okay, she puts a bomb and a gun and a bomb in a briefcase.
Yes. She has decided that she is going to...
Following her.
Well, we don't really know her angle. She's going to kill the White Death. That's what she wants to do. We don't know why. We don't know why she's on the train. We do know that she pushed the son off the roof.
To get this guy on the train.
So that she could make him...
Basically her fall guy.
Kill the White Death. By making one of 2 bombs explode. And so that is her plan. It's not a great plan, but it's a plan.
It's definitely a plan.
So we don't really know why she's here, but she's a psychopath. We have this whole sequence of Ladybug in a bathroom playing with a bidet, for lack of a better term, while he tries to get on the phone with his handler, who's Sandra Bullock. It's a really funny bit in the bathroom. He keeps having to find people's phones, and he has Lemon's phone right now. He keeps trying to find people's phones because that's the only way he can get in contact with his handler.
Okay, you were right. As soon as the fight with Lemon happens, he blockades the door with the golf club, lets the snake out. Then, I pulled it up.
I see that you've...
I've got the movie on my phone right now.
So, at this point, Lemon and Tangerine have split up to go find Ladybug. And I have a question which makes sense. I had a question which makes more sense knowing the end of the movie, that everyone on the train was, like, there for a reason. Whether that be just to be eyes and ears or what have you, but because the White Death purchased all the tickets on the train.
From a certain stop on.
But I just had a question of why no one is concerned about the blood on the people at like all times.
Maybe it's a culture thing and they just don't talk about it.
And then
also we bypassed a fight between Tangerine and
I was about to talk about it.
Oh, perfect. We're here.
Yeah, we're right there.
Tangerine and Ladybug.
Yeah, because then Tangerine tracks the phone that Ladybug has in the bathroom. If you would let me get there, I'll get there. Tangerine tracks his brother's phone to the bathroom. Finds Ladybug in there, and they tussle. They fight a lot.
Maybe one of the best comedy moments I've ever seen in a fight is when the lady comes through with the snack cart.
She comes to restock the snack cart, and she's just in there grabbing things. They stop the whole fight, and they're just like breathing heavy, bloodied. Chilling, bloodied. Like
the car is a disaster because they've been having a brawl in it.
And she's just grabbing snacks and asks them if they want anything.
And then Ladybug buys a fucking sparkling water, but he doesn't have the money, so he asks Tangerine to cover it, and he does.
And then Ladybug's drinking the water and asking Tangerine, like, if he's sure that they can't talk it out. And Tangerine says no, and the Ladybug is like, alright, and then chucks the glass water bottle at his fucking head.
And it hits him. He's got aim.
And so so it hits him. They continue their fight. He opens he almost pushes them both out the train. Bullet trains go really fucking fast. There's a lot of times in this movie where I call bullshit of people actually just staying on the train. They fight. Eventually, Ladybug gets away from Tangerine. No.
Because once they both get back on the train, the phone call happens, and then they have to pretend that Ladybug is Lemon.
Because they don't know what Lemon looks like, but the guy said if you and your brother both don't get off the train with the briefcase
they'll
at the
kill
next
everybody
stop,
on the train.
Everybody on the train's gonna die. And so they get off the train, and Lemon, or Ladybug pretends to be Lemon, and also fucks it up
Bad.
Royally, because they have a different briefcase, because they don't have time to get to the briefcase before they get to the stop.
So they just grab one.
He holds it open, and is like, yeah, we haven't opened it. We don't even know the combination, and spins the combination.
Spins the dials, and they line up miraculously.
And unlock, and just clothes fall out. And so then they're caught. The guy knows that he's fucking with them at this point.
Mostly they're just closed.
Yeah, it's closed. And then they get back on the train. Ladybug and Lemon. Ladybug and Tangerine. Fuck me, this is so hard.
This is a much more convoluted movie than I thought it was while I watched it.
Yeah, because it flows, it really does. And this might be one of the first movies where I'm really a
hallmark of direction.
You really should just go watch it, because this is not going to do it justice. Because we really liked it, and right now we're just trying to piece it together for you. And we can't even follow. I can't follow my notes because we're trying so hard to explain what fucking happened. So I might just wrap up this part 1 while we collect ourselves in between.
We got about halfway through the movie.
We'll end this part 1 here with just saying you should probably go watch this fucking movie, because if this is making no sense to you, it's a really great movie, and it'll make so much more sense if you go watch it. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's all I got. That's all I got for this. We'll talk to you in the next one. Fuck. And you came in here so fucking insane, too. That doesn't help when we're trying to convolute a movie and you over here being 5. What's up with you, bro?
I didn't think it'd be this difficult.
Are you okay over there?
I didn't think it'd be this difficult.
Oh my god. Alright, well, we have officially reached, reach time to actually do a new vote because we haven't had to do that.
How do we do polls on YouTube?
I already know how to do that.
Okay, cool.
Because we've done it before on YouTube, babe. But we just haven't we haven't had to vote in a little bit because you guys did a tie. So the first one is next one is Mamma Mia. Next one is the new Mary Poppins. And the next one is have you oh, we should do that one. I was gonna do a decom, but we can do Road to El Dorado. Because you've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
It's a fucking time. It's a weird collection of movies, but there you go. That is your vote. You guys have 5 minutes. We shall return in 5 minutes when we collect ourselves and I slap some caffeine and sense into my husband. Caffeine? You look like you need something.
Spaceballs, A. Let's do a little look-see. See what we're dealing with here. An old film, 1987. Another Mel Brooks special. Got Mel Brooks, John Candy, Rick Moranis, Bill Pullman. I like Bill Pullman. Daphne Zuniga, Dick Van Patten, George Weiner, and Joan Rivers. Only an hour and a half long. Well, if it's Mel Brooks, it'll be absolutely bananas. I wonder what the rating of it is now. People seem to not have enjoyed it back in its day. Pull it up and see what we're dealing with here, since I can't be bothered to learn Bullet Train. Spaceballs. Average IMDb rating of 7.1 out of 10. That's not bad. Well, I, for one, am very excited because I have not seen Spaceballs yet, and I do love me some Mel Brooks and some good spoofery silliness, so we'll be looking forward to watching that. You know, if you think about it, bologna is just hot dog pancakes. I'm not saying we should feel good about that, but I am saying it's true. Bologna is just hot dog pancakes, and it's upsetting. If I'm honest, it's upsetting. I don't like that at all. Actually, I'm not a big bologna fan, but I do like hot dogs, and I don't want to think about flat hot dogs. Upsetting. Oh, pardon me. America is still off somewhere deeper in the house doing something. So we are merely waiting for her return before we go back into the Matrix. What's going on here? I've been wondering about the audio. Huh. Stuff I can't fix. So, whenever streaming. Turn off the poll. Got it. Sorry, the stream says that it's bad. I've not figured out why the audio bitrate is so bad.
What's wrong?
YouTube just says this audio bitrate is wrong and not correct or high enough. I don't know which. I don't
Does it sound
understand
weird?
it. I don't know. There's some points if I watch our VODs back, where mic audio just goes away.
Weird. For
It's
how
something
long?
gaps of anywhere from a couple seconds to minutes. It's something that is not shown on Audacity. We don't lose the audio on Audacity, but our VODs are fucking not great.
Great.
And I don't know why, because the Streamlabs settings for bitrate are much higher than YouTube's recommended. So I don't know what the fuck. We also can't fix it while we're live because no settings can be changed while you're live.
Well, maybe we can Google it when we're off here. When we get done today, we can Google it and see what the internet says. Have you looked it up already? No. Okay. Well, that'd be what I would do first. I didn't know it was a problem, or I would have been doing it already. Okie dokie. You already saved the other one?
Yeah.
Alright, you ready to go? Okay. Are you sure? Are you okay? Alright, here we go.
Got the movie pulled up.
We're back.
We're no less confused.
I mean, I'm not confused about the plot of the movie.
I'm confused.
How are you confused? What's confusing?
Trying to think about it.
Is it trying to think about it, or is it just trying to explain it?
Trying to think about it's hard.
Why?
Because I don't want to think about it anymore. I watched it already.
Then why
It is in the past.
Then why do we have this whole podcast?
Because Green Gorilla thought it was funny when I was mad about Twilight.
Do you want to stop the podcast? We could stop it right now.
Not really.
Okay, I'm confused as to what you want then. What do you want, James?
A nap.
Yeah, I told you to get some caffeine on the break. Did you get some caffeine?
I guzzled tea.
You guzzled tea.
The Tide tea's got caffeine in
it. Mm-hmm.
We'll see if it works.
Alrighty.
And then I googled Spaceballs.
Which is going to be our next movie. Way to spoil my ending of the episode. You are not with it today, my man.
It's Sunday. It's not. We're not supposed to be here. It's all wrong.
This isn't the first time we've done one on Sunday.
It isn't right. It's not right.
I really needed a solid, strong partner for this movie. I did not get that.
In the following scene, Lemon approaches Prince and also Kimura. Kimura? No. Yuichi. Kimura is Yuichi's father. Kimura is the old guy. Yuichi is the father. and Wataru is his son.
Are you sure?
Yes, that I am positive. So Yuichi and Prince are there, and they're look. Lemon is also in the car, and he's looking for Ladybug. It'd be great if they had like regular people names, but I understand why they need code names. Um, and he's having a conversation with them, asks them if they've seen. I think he says he asks them if they've seen a briefcase or something.
We're already there?
Yeah, we're already there.
Fuck me. Okay.
Asked him about Ladybug, and he's drinking the water bottle that Ladybug spiked with sleeping powder.
Yes, because Ladybug spiked a water bottle filled with sleeping powder.
And then he very specifically says, "Have you seen, looking at it right now, a silver case with a train sticker by the handle?" Silver case.
He doesn't say briefcase, which is how the prince gets found out.
Prince says briefcase, not case.
And he's like, I never said it was a briefcase. And she's like, oh fuck. And then she like starts to panic and puts on like this whole big act of like
a whole big act. Pretending to be kidnapped and all this, and
so she's trying to blame it on the dad and
Yuichi.
Yeah, the dad's like he also knows that if he doesn't, because what we forgot to mention is the prince has a guy on standby at the hospital where this dude's son is
to kill that kid.
To kill that kid if the prince doesn't answer the phone every time he calls, or he doesn't hear from her every 10 minutes. If either of those things happen, he will kill the kid. So Yuichi very much is trying to keep his son alive, which is the only reason he's been following along with this whole plan of hers in the first place, is she's blackmailing him.
Yes.
So it comes to this point of Lemon going, I'm going to ask you a question. Whoever's in charge, raise your hand. And if you're not in charge, point to the person that's in charge. If you both point or you both raise your hands, I kill you both.
She points at Yuichi.
And Yuichi,
he doesn't do anything.
He raises his hand.
Oh, he raises his hand? Okay. And
because he takes the fall to protect his son, because he knows if that phone doesn't get answered,
right,
his son's the son's gonna die.
So then Lemon shoots him.
Yep.
In the abdomen somewhere.
Nowhere vital.
Nowhere vital. Shoots him in the abdomen, and then we cut over to Ladybug and Tangerine, who are sort of debating on what to do next.
Because now they're found out.
They're at a stop. They're sort of in between cars. They're trying to figure out what to do next. And Tangerine stops Ladybug from leaving, and so Ladybug,
because he needs a fall guy.
Yeah, so Ladybug gets the brilliant idea to time down how long they're at the stop with his watch. And right when they're about 4 seconds from taking off and the doors closing again, he double kicks Tangerine in the chest and knocks him out onto the platform, and then the train starts to go. And so Tangerine has to get up and haul ass, and then he jumps onto the last train car and hangs on barely.
And then after that, I'm not even gonna bother reading my notes now because I can't.
Oh, sorry, he shot him afterwards. After that kick off. Was when Yuichi got shot.
Yeah. If I read my notes and we try to do the plot, it just doesn't make sense. So I'll try to like live commentate while we're talking about the plot. The whole scene with Ladybug and Tangerine is really cool. I really like how how Ladybug just basically how quick he is on his feet thinking, even though he has really horrible luck and these awful things keep happening around him. So I think it's just a cool character trait that he just has to keep adapting pretty much consistently to everything happening around him, even though he's not really doing anything to cause any of the nonsense that's going on. He's just a victim of circumstance
He is
for
an
most of it.
extreme victim of circumstance.
So then
Lemon and the prince stuff Yuichi into a bathroom.
And she again fucking fucks up.
Because she's a child.
She's not a child. She's like a whole ass teenager or young adult. I said that in my notes that I think they keep calling her a kid. And I was like, I really feel like we're defining the word kid way too fucking loosely.
She's maybe like 17.
But he finds a gun
in her bag. The gun with the bomb in her bag. By the way.
Yeah, the one that's basically if you pull the trigger, it's gonna explode.
Yeah.
And he finds that in her bag, and basically, comes to the conclusion that she's the Diesel that he's been looking for.
Yep.
And they argue enough back and forth that he's weak when, like, he says when white girls cry, he's like fascinated by their tears. That's what he says.
That's not what he says.
What did he say?
He's enthralled.
Oh, I'm so fucking sorry.
Fascinated makes him sound like a creep. He believes white girl tears. Anyway, she stalls him long enough by her fake crying that the sleeping powder in the bottle takes effect and he goes to sleep. Falls out.
And she shoots him so many times.
Yeah, she takes his gun and shoots him twice in the chest.
I think it's more than twice.
I think it's 3 times.
Many times in the chest, and then puts him in the bathroom with the other guy. And then we go to Tangerine,
who punches the back windshield of the
train.
Who
has leapt onto the outside of the bullet train and is standing there on the outside of a bullet train. And again, I think I said this in the last one. Bullet trains go really fucking fast. I call absolute bullshit on him fucking staying on that train. Like, for any amount of time on the outside with no grip. It's a smooth fucking surface. No, there's no fucking way. Absolutely not.
It's 3 times. She shoots him 3 times.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Yeah.
And then he punches the glass and gets back onto the train. And then he finds the bathroom, right?
No, we just see him tumble back onto the train, and then it's a cut over to... There's a lot of cutting back and forth because things are happening at the same time. We're doing broad strokes more. But at this point in time, Ladybug has found Yuichi's phone.
Okay.
And Yuichi's father is calling his phone. The elder is calling his phone. And this tips off the elder that things have gone wrong on the train, and Yuichi has lost his phone, and that they're going to Kyoto.
Yes.
So then what?
Then Tangerine finds the bathroom.
Ladybug gets the case
and
sets the wolf up again and starts looking at the pictures of the Hornet,
who immediately after he is done looking at the pictures has appeared. The Hornet was hiding in the mascot costume this whole time, which I called pretty early on because there's no other reason for this giant mascot to be on this train. It just was weird. Yeah. And it kept reappearing.
And we get a flashback to the mascot being the one who poisons the kid.
Yeah. She's the one who killed the son. She's the one who killed everybody at the wedding. She's the one who killed somebody else, I think. Oh, the doctor.
Yep. She killed the doctor and El Saguaro.
Yeah, she's killed a lot of people. She's a really good assassin. And so her and Ladybug fight for a minute until she basically injects herself. Like, she tries to inject him with the poison, and then he ends up...
She gets him.
Yeah, she gets him injected, and then he injects her with the poison, and she has antidote, but only one. And he basically tricks her and baits her into pulling it out, and then at the last second jabs himself with it, like grabs her hand and goes, Ch-. And so she ends up dying from her own poison because
She didn't carry a backup antidote.
you should carry. I feel like
I would carry 3.
I'd carry multiple. Like if you're dealing with poison that's like so deadly, like I'd have fucking backup on backup for that shit.
Absolutely. Would you like to know a fun fact?
Sure.
Pardon me. From the time that Ladybug is stuck with the needle to the time that he is injected with the antidote is 28.4 seconds.
And it takes 30 seconds.
Time.
Yeah.
And it takes 30 seconds for the venom to take effect. So he was literally by the skin of his teeth made it out of that one. Wild.
And then Tangerine finds the door?
Working on it.
Because I'm pretty sure that happens some point.
Then Tangerine finds the bottle, the blood,
and then the door. And then he finds out that his brother is dead because Lemon died. He didn't actually die, but we think he died, and it sucks because Lemon's great.
Yes.
And it was very upsetting. I was very upset when Lemon was dead briefly. And so his brother, like, goes on, like, this whole, basically revenge trek.
A vicious warpath, I would say.
Yeah, and he ends up figuring out, too, that the prince is the Diesel because his brother put a sticker on her back. She tries to trick him. He doesn't fall for it. He tries to kill her. Right then, Ladybug walks in, and Ladybug wrongly assesses the situation and ends up protecting the prince and killing Tangerine. And Tangerine does die. Tangerine does die. Which sucks. Because we find out Lemon's not dead, and then it sucks even more because then his brother's dead, and it's awful. But the prince convinces Ladybug that she is an innocent bystander and all this horribleness, and she just wants to get off this train, and blah, blah, blah. And so he believes her. And kind of like they try to get off the train, but she doesn't really want to get off the train because she needs to get all the way to go murder the White Death.
Yeah, she fucking loops her backpack strap around the arm of a chair and can't get it unstuck.
And so he has to get back on the train.
Oh, also the this is the stop where the Yuichi's father
gets on.
Kimura gets on the train.
So now he's on the train. Everybody's back on the train. And then we meet Kimura, who basically forces himself to engage with them. And he already the only reason he stops is because he hears the same voice that he heard over the phone talking.
The girl.
Yeah, the girl, the prince, talking to Ladybug. So he stops there and he
sits down and jaws with him for a little bit, and then Ladybug gets bit by a snake.
Ladybug does get bit by the snake because the snake, if you recall,
the boom-slaying snake.
If you recall, the snake is loose. It has been loose this entire time, and so he gets bit, and he has the
coils around his arm and shit.
Yeah, and he has the anti-venom, so like he's just trying to like contain the snake. So he goes and puts the snake in the bidet, and like seals it shut. And while he's dealing with all of that, the prince and the old man, the elder, have a nice long talk about how she's a psychopathic bitch who pushed his grandson off the building. And she, at one point, misses a call because he steals her bag. And so she thinks, check fucking mate, now your grandson's dead and I killed your son. And he's like, fucking
you thought.
You thought, because you thought I was going to leave my grandson unprotected. And so her assassin gets taken out by another assassin. And the grandson is safe.
Yep.
she's found out, and then he basically
Ladybug sits back down.
and is like, "What the?"
He's just so tired.
He's
He's just so tired. He's so done.
Where does the prince go though?
She takes the gun and says, "I'll kill him myself."
Yeah,
and
she's
fucks off.
well, yeah. Now, so she's gonna go disappear because now she's going to kill the White Death herself because all her plans have fallen fucking through. And Ladybug is exhausted, and the elder's like, "Let me tell you a story." And Ladybug's not like, "No, I'm good." He's like, "It's a short one." And he's like, "No." And he's like, "It's a quick one." And Ladybug's like, "No." And he's like, "No, really, it could be really good for you to hear the story." And Ladybug's like, "I really don't want to." And then he's like, "Alrighty, so," and he just like starts telling the story anyways. And the story is about how he was one of the main people up high up in like the little mob
the
gang,
Yakuza, whatever.
That the White Death took over, and he told the leader to not trust the White Death, and so he was there the whole time, and the White Death killed his wife, almost killed his son, but he didn't, and they both get out. And so that's that whole connection there. And so ever since then, he's been looking for a way to bring down the White Death without jeopardizing his family further. So he goes and now has like a way to do that because of all the whole fucking chicanery that's been happening this whole time. So he's on the train to also kill the White Death. And then
he just wants Ladybug to escort his son off the train.
And he's like, "Your son's dead." And he's like, "No, he's not." So they go check on the bodies, and that's when we find out that he's right.
Somehow the son is alive. I'm not sure how.
Well, because he didn't get shot anywhere vital.
I guess, yeah, he just got shot in the abdomen. And now the son and Lemon are both in the same car, in the same bathroom, slumped over. So they get over there and check on the son, and he's okay.
And then Lemon's
and then
like,
Lemon wakes up
"Ugh."
with a lurch.
And that's when Ladybug's like, "Oh, you drank the water." And then, but then Lemon has to find out that his brother's dead. And he's pissed at Ladybug for killing his brother. And the son is pissed at Lemon for shooting him. And I'm so sorry, guys.
All sorts of noises.
Everyone's pissed at each other, and the old man's like, "Pull yourselves together," very Edna mode. He does not say that, but that's basically what the whole thing is. He's like, "We all need to work together, or we're all gonna fucking die when this train gets to the next stop."
So then they pull together this hodgepodge plan, which is basically going to be
Lemon drives the train.
Lemon drives the train.
The son fights off people on one end. The dad fights off people on the other end.
And Ladybug
is stalls
for something, and that's basically the plan. It's not a very good plan. If I'm being honest, that's not a very good plan at all.
No, but
it takes like 3 or 4 major insane things to happen for it to actually
as do most things in this movie. So they get to stop. Ladybug walks off with the briefcase. They take the briefcase.
They're gonna kill his ass.
They're gonna kill him, and he's just, and this is where we get all the answers to all the questions that we had during this, which is
the White Death organized this whole thing
so that they would all kill each other on the train,
right?
Because everybody was somehow in some way involved in killing his wife, except for Ladybug, who just happened to fucking accidentally be there. Because the other guy, if you recall, Carver, in the first one, he called off sick. And so Ladybug was filling in for him to do this job. And so the White Death really just tried to get everybody on the train so they'd kill each other, and he would get his revenge for his wife being murdered.
I think the only killer who was supposed to make it off the train was going to be the wolf, actually. Because the wolf was sent in for the hornet. The hornet was sent in to kill his son and potentially Lemon and Tangerine. Lemon and Tangerine were there to protect the son, quote unquote, but that was bait to get them killed.
I think the idea was they would all fight over the briefcase and eventually kill each other. Was
Yeah,
kind of the big and
the selling point was absolutely the money in the briefcase. But I think the only person who didn't like necessarily like maybe need to be there was the wolf. Or the only person who didn't need to die, rather, was the wolf.
So the White Death gets on the train, and he comes.
Well, first the fucking.
He gets on the train
and is approached by his
daughter.
We
find out the prince is his daughter, and she's just bitter because he
liked his son more.
Liked his son more because he was a boy, and so she threatens to kill him, and then hopes that he'll shoot her with the gun that she rigged. He does not. He just kind of laughs at her and basically tells her that she's not worth his time.
Pretty much.
And then he goes and tells his people to investigate the rest of the train. They have the whole conversation with Ladybug. You guys are trying to open the bomb. Well, the briefcase.
They're debating whether they should be opening.
And then eventually they do open it. It explodes because it's rigged. And then everybody gets basically exploded onto the train, the important people.
Yep.
And then, so Ladybug's on the train now, and the White Death is on the train now, and the father-son team are on the train, and the prince is on the train, and Lemon is on the train, and like a handful of other guards are on the train. And then Lemon gets the train to go. Finally.
But he gets the train to go real fucking fast.
And on the wrong track.
Yeah.
Because the train's not supposed to go past that stop. This is the last stop.
Yeah.
So they're careening towards death. Everybody's fighting. And that's basically the only way to describe it, is everybody's fighting. And then now Ladybug and Lemon have to fight people while also trying to figure out how to make the train stop, because everything's in Japanese. They do not succeed.
Nope.
Until like the very last minute, and then Ladybug does figure out how to stop the train, but stops it so short. Well, it also careens into another train.
There's a lot that goes on in this final sequence.
And a lot of civilians die. And eventually the train crashes through a village and comes to a stop. And that's all you need to know about that sequence, really. And then
Ladybug makes it off the fucking train.
Ladybug makes it off the train. The father-son team make it off the train. The White Death makes it off the train. Lemon does not make it off the train.
Lemon does make it off the train.
Well, yes, but not in the same place. Before the train...
Lemon accidentally falls off the... Well, he on purpose falls off the train.
He jumps off to get one of the guys off. They fall into a river. But...
So much. It's so much.
It's a lot, guys. And then the prince is also off the train. And so... those are the people that are still there.
Basically, all the henchmen are gone. The characters are there.
The White Death runs out of bullets in his gun.
Trying to kill
Ladybug. And then grabs the gun that his daughter rigged, pulls the trigger, it explodes, he dies. The prince is like, I did it! Now I'm the White Death, because she killed him. And she's like super stoked. And then she gets run over by a truck that's driven by Lemon, who had jumped off the train, killed the guy that he was fighting, got in a fucking truck, drove the truck, and then
ran her ass over.
Came across her and ran her ass over. And just kept going. And is living happily ever after somewhere, probably.
And then Sandra Bullock showed up.
And Sandra Bullock shows up to pick up Ladybug, who is...
He's given up on his mantra of being unlucky, and that there is no such thing as luck, and fate will just do what it will.
Yeah, 100%. So it's it's a really, really good movie, and
it's also just stupid convoluted.
It is stupid convoluted. There's like really cool things. The writing is excellent, I will say. Like, I think the writing in this movie is really great. The dialogue was really good. I think that Ladybug's probably the most realistic character I've ever seen. Like, he's like a
He just has
legitimately
normal
real
people problems in dialogue.
Yeah, he was just like the one of the most realistic characters I've ever seen portrayed ever. Like, every way he reacted, everything he did was just like 100% how a normal person would
Pretty much
react in that situation, other than he's like a super well-trained fighter. There's a really sick Damascus blade in there. That's really cool. Fiji paid a fuckload of money for this movie because the water bottle that has the poison in it is a Fiji bottle, and the Fiji bottle gets its whole own story arc.
Yeah, the POV of the water bottle is maybe one of the funniest things
ever. The body count in this movie is absolutely batshit crazy.
Astronomical, even.
Like, there are so many. Okay, because not only do all the people that we see die, we also get a flashback to Tangerine and Lemon killing 17 people. All the bad guys die. And
then the Bolivia job.
And there's the Bolivia job. And then all the murders that happen on the train. Plus the train crashed into another train, so a bunch of civilians died there. And then the train careened through several houses and buildings in a village. Yep. So there's several hundred people that died there. And so there are a lot of fucking people dead in this movie. Like, lot of fucking people. And they also do, during the big fight sequence on the train, they play I Need a Hero, which was really funny.
But didn't they played it dubbed in Japanese, right?
It was a Japanese version of I Need a Hero, but that, ever since Shrek, that song is so desperately locked in my psyche.
As it should be.
I hear that, I can hear the beginning of it and go, that's I Need a Hero. And it's 100%. 100% just because of Shrek.
As it should be.
Like, it is ingrained in my brain. Yeah, I'm just looking through my notes for anything. I was like, why is everyone so tragic? Like, everybody in here had, like, some tragic story. Even the prince was, like, overlooked by her father.
Lemon and Tangerine didn't have tragic stories.
Yeah, they did their whole little sad childhood.
What, their sad childhood of being brothers? And watching football on TV? And watching Thomas the Train? That sad childhood?
There's more there, though, because they are two very different races. And I couldn't tell if that was
They're
like...
twins.
Are they actually twins?
Canonically.
But they're not, they don't... I mean, I know that there are those two twins that are two different races. In real, like, but, like, is that, like, are they actually twins, or are they...
The actors?
Not the fucking...
They're twins.
But are they twins?
Yes. Why would they not be?
Because they don't look the same.
And?
The chances of having those types of twins of two different skin colors is very rare.
Okay. Can you not... You just watched a movie where, like, 1,000 people died. Can you not suspend your disbelief to believe that they're actually twins?
No, I guess what I'm saying is because there's a lot of jokes about them not actually being twins.
Sure.
So I'm just trying to comprehend, like, are they actually twins, or is it just, like, a bit? Like, are they just, like, brothers? Or my thought was, like, because I thought, because this, and I was filling in a lot here, like, they were either, like, adopted or, like, orphans. They were in an orphanage together, like, something.
My God, you really just dump trucked into their fucking backstory a bunch of shit that wasn't there, didn't you?
Well, I watched that one. I was trying to fill it in because of, like, how connected.
You watched exactly one clip. I watched the same clip where they're watching West Ham win a game. And the only reason is because the song that continuously plays over their parts of the movie is the West Ham United theme song.
Happy Blow Bubbles.
Yes, that's the theme song for West Ham United. and it plays 3 different times for their clips. And what is the sad time where Tangerine thinks Lemon's dead and he doesn't even check his fucking pulse or anything?
I was trying to figure.
You were trying to write the movie.
I wasn't. I was just trying to figure out what was going on, and so I was trying to like figure out the context of their like whole like weird relationship.
The weird relationship of being brothers?
Are they brothers or are they twins?
They're twins can be brothers. I knew a pair of twins growing up, and they were brothers to each other.
You know what I fucking mean!
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Are they actually twins?
Yeah, why not?
Do you know that, or are you just saying it?
Everyone says they're twins. Everyone says everyone knows they're twins. And the only people who go, really, are the people who are like, but they're different races. But you can be twins and be different races.
But that's super fucking rare.
Okay. This is one of those times where it's I can neither confirm nor deny that they are twins. They call themselves twins. They're referenced as the twins. They're hired as the twins. They're approximately the same age. Aries is making such wet noises behind me. It is so distracting. I'm really sorry.
Okay,
Move on, because we're just gonna be stuck on this twin thing until you fucking get over yourself and suspend your disbelief that maybe a rare case of twins could happen. Fuck it, it's a movie. It's not real. They're not real. Those are pretend. They're pretend characters. The actors they're not brothers in real life.
In order for me to understand the story, I really wanted to know if they were twins, or were they like blood brothers? Are they just like friends who are brothers? Were they both orphans in the same orphanage? They got such a strong connection because they grew up in the same orphanage, and then that's what they mean by brothers, and then they just call each other twins.
The only reference the whole movie to those two people as a unit is the twins. They're called the twins. They are each other's brother. They talk about being brothers. So, let's put this together in simple math, you calculus trying motherfucker. They're called the twins. That's one.
Yep.
They call each other brother.
See.
That's two.
Yep, I'm with you.
They call each other brother to other people.
Uh-huh.
That's three.
My brother, yep.
Yes. Those 3 things are the only 3 concrete things that you get to fucking know about these characters, because we've got so much goddamn shit in this fucking movie that we don't get to do deep dive backstories on everybody. Do you know anything about Ladybug's past? No! Just that he has anger issues.
I don't care about his past. I just needed to know if they
fucking
were twins.
Ass. 1 + 1 + 1 is what?
3.
Good job, they're twins.
But
I'm gonna end the fucking episode. Dude, they're twins.
But you're not hearing me.
Source fucking material.
See? Okay, grown up together, effectively becoming brothers, so they are not fucking related. I was fucking right.
You shut the fuck up for a second.
No! Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tutor antagonist. Maria Beetle. Okay, so now we've got to go back to the dark comedic thriller novel, Maria Beetle.
Of course this is based on something. Can we not have any original ideas in Hollywood anymore?
Oh. Brian Tyree Henry, who played Lemon, played General Butt Fucking Naked in the Book of Mormon. That's for you.
I love that. I love that.
alongside his brother Tangerine, are part of a famous assassin duo called the Twins.
Okay.
So let's go to
No,
fucking
just
read
go to
about
the
it in
history down there.
the history that starts with him doing a job in Bolivia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. Okay. All right.
Mm,
So I saw while James was googling that it said that they grew up together, becoming brothers. That doesn't say that they are blood related. So
they're fucking brothers.
they're not blood brothers. They're just really close friends.
I want to know how much stuff we have watched in the past, separately or together, where you are having an entirely different experience than I am because you've got delusions of fucking grandeur about what the fuck the characters are and are not. Like, do you think everyone in like the Ocean's movies is related because they all got so close together? Like, what is happening in your mind for all these other movies that we watched? Because I know what I'm watching and I know what I'm learning. What the fuck is going on inside your head anymore? I'm very confused.
I don't understand why you're so confused.
They're brothers.
Is that
In
it?
the lore, they're brothers.
I haven't seen any confirmation of that. James just went back to the same page.
No, it's different because this one is about
Tangerine?
and it says that they're brothers.
All right, we'll never know. It's a mystery that will never be solved. It'll never be solved. If you Googled correctly, we would have an answer. Are the twins in Bullet Train brothers related? The pair is quietly revealed to have grown up together, effectively becoming brothers.
What is this? CBR? What is CBR?
CBR. It's a newsletter.
It's fucking. So that's not source
despite
material.
Looking nothing alike, this camaraderie explains their designation of the twins. But they're not technically blood.
According to fucking what? CBR? You gonna stake your whole fucking everything you think about this movie on CBR? A newsletter you don't know anything about?
It's the only answer I have right now.
You literally read a fucking answer that said they're brothers! What are you talking about?
But they're not blood brothers! They're not related!
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
We'll see y'all next time for Spaceballs. Goodbye! IMDb says it too! IMDb fucking says it! The exact same thing! The pair is revealed to have grown up together, effectively becoming brothers. And that website that you're giving me so much shit for is Comic Book Resources. And they're talking about the source material. Come at me, bro. So everyone, we'll be back tomorrow. for the rest for normal stream, all that's to be said is that I was right. And yeah. So all we need to know right now is that America was right and James was wrong. And good night. We'll see you tomorrow.